Okay, Ty. Why is this is a little bit surprising, I think,
Really?
in my opinion, but maybe that's just because I have my standout, my personal standout is different, but it also isn't respect. So tell us, why do you believe that Dr. Feelgood is the standout?
Because it's basically a threat. The whole song is a threat.
Can you believe that?
I love it.
Yeah. Say more. Say more. Why is it a threat?
Um, just from the first words, I don't want nobody. Um, always was it hanging around me and my man? That don't come near me. Is what she's saying, and she's saying it so beautifully. um, it's just everything is yeah, it's a threat. It's a command of get away. This is mine. Everything is awesome, and none of you can have it. It's just, I think it's perfect for that reason. Every other song is like, I need respect and you need this from me, or like, baby, please come. And she's like, no.
Yeah.
Done with that.
Right.
I have
Like
a
she doesn't.
doctor.
I got the bridge here. Now, I don't mind company because company's all right with me every once in a while. Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
But when me and that man get to loving, I don't need anybody around here.
No.
I'm noticing a trend with the music that you feel most connected to.
Yes. Yeah.
This
That's me.
says beautiful things about you. That's what I'm saying. And it's good that we have to have these statements of intent. It's a statement of intent, just in the same way that respect is, I
Mm-hmm.
think. And this is just perhaps coming at it from a different angle, right? These songs feel very related to me with different kind of edges on them.
Yeah. I just remember listening to the song even as a kid, or like, when I say that, I mean younger than 10, um, because I feel like all of a sudden when hormones get involved, something else is working there. Um, and so before 10, it just feels like, oh, she's very serious. She's very serious enough to repeat the same thing
Yeah.
twice to make sure you fully understand that she's very serious about this man. And I feel like the only other times I've really experienced this repetition, it really is in church. And uh yeah, in pastors that repeat things over and over in order to get the congregation to feeling something. Uh and I was just amazed that someone could do that in a song and also kind of talk to you, because there are moments where like she's singing and it's beautiful and then she's like, yes, I will. And it's like, oh, thank you, Aretha. I understand that you're very serious about this. And yeah.
Well, that's the parentheses with the song is love is a serious business.
Yes, it
so
is.
like
Sure is.
this is also, isn't this one of the tracks on the album that she has a writing credit on? I think
It is.
Which also I feel like at the time, and granted, she's not part of Motown. She is, even though like this, there's a sort of similar sound, she is not part of that whole machine. But I do think that part of the Motown machine was like, I mean, there were songwriters. I think there were some. I mean, obviously Stevie Wonder is, generating, and I still cannot believe we haven't talked about Stevie Wonder
I know,
yet.
that's
like,
crazy.
oh my god,
That's
when we
nuts.
finally talk about Stevie Wonder, I'm
wild.
going to lose my mind because
Great.
I love Stevie Wonder. But
Yeah.
I do think that I think a lot of people see Aretha as just being, oh, this great voice, this wonderful singing talent, like. But she also wrote some of her own songs, which I recognize as I'm saying that shouldn't be something that we should have assumptions or whatnot about. But I do think that people tend to do that. They think like when people can just perform and that's all we see of it, especially when it's a woman, I feel like society tends to be like, oh, well, who wrote that for you? It's like on this song, she's like, I wrote this for me, bitch. So like, that's what, like, that's
With her husband, right? Ted White. She was married to him for a
I
time,
think
wasn't
she
she?
was married to him at the
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
So there's layers on layers there, and that's also something that had been said about Respect, because that was an Otis Redding song originally, right? One of the things I read about that is she set herself apart by going so forward, so front end of the beat with the breakdown that she did in her version of it, and that was kind of her. She's not sitting back. She's not sitting back on these. She's all forward foot.
Well, I also feel like, so for listeners who have maybe never seen my face, I'm a Black woman. And it's I think very important that our opinions come from places where it's unapologetic, and to have a role model like that for me is huge in music, because it's just like it's just refreshing that we're not sitting here being like, oh, I miss my man. Oh, I wish I could just take him into my arms and feel it. No, I'm going to do something about this, and I have the agency to do so. And I just really appreciated that. And maybe that's why my mom was like, my little girl is going to listen to this.
Yeah, starting early. I do want to call out the background singers on this album. Her sisters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One Miss Sissy Houston.
I didn't know Sissy's on there.
Oh, yeah.
Of our girl Whitney.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's some interconnected threads happening on here. I love that her family, I don't know, I haven't done a deep enough dive to know like the dynamics between her and her sisters, but if they're there, I love that. I love a family band situation.
I do too, except when it comes to the Jacksons. That's the only one where I'm like,
well, that's a whole other.
Family is not good.
Yeah. I can't confirm or deny anything, but maybe we will be exploring that topic more later this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something fraught about family band stuff in that way, but I think also the fact that she doesn't carry that legacy with her either is another mark in her favor, that she has this kind of transcendent quality about her where she's not defined by some kind of strife within her family dynamic. It's a good thing. Yeah.
Just imagining now you talking about the sorts of songs that Aretha sings, like if anyone had ever asked her to do like a cover of Stand By Your Man or something like that, like would she have gone the route of being like, absolutely not, or would she have sung it and turned it into like a real satirical sort of like snarky thing? You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
know. I mean, even one of the songs on this album is Save Me, but I don't feel like she's doing the like, please. She's not saying please. It's more like,
she's not helpless.
Save me. It's like very forward, as you were saying. Okay, I get it. I will help you up. That's
yeah. Even do right woman, do right man.
Mm-hmm.
Even that, where there's an element of it that's a little bit like, I'm going to do right by you, but you have to do right by me.
Yes.
That is the agreement. So where that could seem a little bit passive, it's not that.
Yeah.
That's
important. Put it out there that my college a cappella group may have covered Do Right Woman, Do Right Man. I'm not going to try and find the recording for you. I certainly didn't sing lead on it. Let's be real here. But I definitely was holding up the bass line on this.
Good.
So
Someone
now, in case you all didn't know I was a big nerd, you now have 100% proof. So
this is just another mention of your a cappella heritage. This is no surprise to any of our listeners who are astute.
I loved going to a cappella. I just really respected it. So
I do too.
Well, good. Thank you, Tai. That is the correct response. So Tai, we furiously went back to like just check out your first appearance with us here, which I will say I just want to be clear, it is a fan favorite. Will go down as one of it will go down as one of our favorite, mine and Tyler's episodes, because I think it was when we felt like this whole podcast would work. Because we just so loved having a conversation with you about that, about Purple Rain and just about music. And I think that was also during the pandemic. So we were like all huddled, and I was in a basement, recording from a basement. But in any case, we are curious to know what makes an album perfect for you, Tai, and how does this album meet those standards?
I feel like there has to be at least one bop. One. I don't, just one you can dance to. Yes. Fully just move your arms, your legs, your butt. There has to be at least one. Two, extra credit, but like not. Then I feel like I have to, if I can remember words pretty much immediately after hearing it for the first time, or it's mostly words, less about beat and less about musicality within the songs. It has more to do with, can I remember lyrics? And because I feel like this album has so many songs that I can remember just like snippets of, that makes it perfect to me. And then the final, I'm feeling like I need three, but that's maybe my
go for it. Balance. Go for it.
My religious upbringing comes back.
Welcome to group.
To haunt me. But the third thing I feel like is just like, there's some voices, and maybe this hits for other people, but there are some voices that just, again, feel like home, or like hit you in a place of, I know that person, or I feel that. And I feel like Aretha has that kind of sound. I feel this way about Olivia Dean. I feel this way about Adele. I swore Adele was a Black woman for at least 5 years. I refused to believe the picture of the woman in front of me. Cause I was just like, no, she has so much soul. And my mom's like, but you could have soul and be white. I said, not this woman.
Different kind of soul. Yeah.
But I truly believe that there's something about Aretha's voice, Prince's too, but in a different way. And that feels familiar. And so I just think that every song feels like that for me, even if I don't particularly like the song. Something about her voice says, no, you can listen to that all the way through. That's the thing. It's also all the way through. If I don't skip a song, perfect album.
Okay.
Perfection.
Yeah. So would you say that any album you believe is perfect has to have that spiritual element to it? Has to have that kind of, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that element.
I think I'm pretty, like, stuck in that one as a rule.
Yeah. I love that. I love what you're saying about the kind of je ne sais quoi, like that's the thing we keep coming back to, is that there's something about the albums that people believe are perfect, the people that they'll stand by them, where there is an ineffable quality to the thing. They're like, it reminds you of something in you. It reminds you of something in your world or in your upbringing. And the kind of distance between those things is a familiar distance. So you're saying something that makes a lot of sense to me about this one.
Yeah, I don't know. I think also it has a lot, especially this album. This album feels the closest to my childhood, and feels more connected to my parents and their version of really good music. And I'm just having appreciation for that now more than ever as I parent my own kid, and hope that
Yes.
like when he thinks back of like, oh, the music my mom liked, like it wasn't sucky, you know? Like
Have you played Aretha for him?
I have.
And
He likes
is it a thumbs up? Okay,
yeah,
good,
it's a
good.
thumbs up. He's for the most part pretty okay with anything I've played for him. But I would say that right now he's in a Mickey Mouse and Bluey, Winnie the Pooh stage.
We meet very few people, or at least the people that we have had on here, who to say like, man, all our parents' music was so sucky. Like that was the most of the time, even if it's kind of funny, or maybe a little bit cheesy. I think the most of the people, and maybe this says more about just who our friends are than it does about anything kind of sociological. But most people say that their parents' taste indelibly influenced their own. So I think there's I believe that he'll take the core of what you're giving to him, even if it looks different to someday the music that he listens to.
I'm also pretty open to him saying like, I only like EDM, and I'm like, cool. It's not my bag, but like,
yeah,
if it's yours, I love you no matter what. So
right, yeah.
EDM. It's so funny you chose. I don't know why. Just imagining like your son, like. I mean, I guess maybe rave culture will come back,
Yeah.
and he'll be like with glow sticks and like.
Personally, think we all need to dance more. Like I do. This is something I've gone through a little bit of a dance music renaissance over the last few years, just like I did a little country music renaissance over the years before that. And I don't know. I don't think people are going out dancing enough. I think we need to do it more.
I'll tell my son.
Yeah, that's what I think.
We've identified what's wrong with the world. We're not all dancing enough. That's it.
I think
we
put the world to rights. We did it.
Well, Tai, you have made a pretty sterling case here, but we have to engage in the formal process of considering your case. It's a phase we like to call the deliberation phase.
All right. Yeah.
So,
that was good.
Tyler, you go first. You go first. What do you take away from Ty's case?
I was pretty biased coming into this. Because I feel like, as we've said, Tai, you have been our model guest. You're everything that we want from a guest, because you have your pillars of your objective reasons why this qualifies as a perfect album. But ultimately it comes back to that thing that's in your heart, that thing about like something that means, a piece of art that means so much to you, that has shaped who you are, kind of continues to shape your sensibility about art or the world, or who you hope to be, who you hope that your family and friends, who you hope that they will become. This totally checks all the boxes for that kind of piece of art, which is what I'm always looking for. So that made a lot of sense. I love that you're introducing your son to music. I think it's such a privilege. It's an honor to be able to introduce a young person so directly to art. And I'm trying to do the same thing for my nephew, sharing music with him that I hope he makes a connection with someday. So I'm glad Aretha's on that list. Aretha needs to be on that list.
Yeah.
And then zooming out, I just do really think that you made a wise choice choosing Aretha, because to overstate it, she's one of the most important artists, one of the most important American artists of the 20th century, maybe one of the most important pop musicians ever, one might say. And I don't think that's overstating it, which is most of the time it would be overstating it to say that about an artist. But for all those reasons, I'm in on this. Michael, what do you think?
I mean, I'm going to sort of carry over something I said on recent episode, because I feel like we've had 2 episodes in a row now where we have been talking about artists who, even though they might not always sing about it, are still like bringing great joy. Is what it feels like there's a joy in Aretha Franklin's music, because I mean there's joy in standing up for what you believe in. There's joy in like asserting yourself and who you are and refusing to tolerate anything other than the best. And I think that much like your last appearance and much like last week's episode where we talked about Chic and Nile Rodgers and disco music, it's just been so nice to have some joy lately. Again, we're not, we'll save everything else for our politics podcast, but Tyler said it all. Like you sort of merged the personal with the specific and the objective with huge air quotes on that. And I'm just so glad we got to talk to you again. So let me
put it to you, Michael.
Okay, yeah, okay, I'm ready.
I'm going to put it to Michael. Michael, make the ultimate choice. Michael, tell us, has Tai done enough? Has she built a case so that Aretha Franklin's "I Never Loved a Man the Way I Love You" will earn a spot in the Pantheon? Does it go to 11?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
So
yeah, you had some pins and needles there.
if we had said no, I feel like Aretha would have risen from the dead
in that fur coat.
Yeah. Oh, in the fur coat. Yeah.
God love her. God love her.
Yeah. Tai, we're so glad you came back.
Thanks for having me. Really.
Oh, sure.
It makes me think about things that I think I take for granted. So I just really appreciate being able to put words to it finally.
That's what we want. We want to give you that. Those are the kind of people we want to platform. Talk about platforming people, deplatforming people. We want to create a Tai Verley platform. That's what we want to do.
It would make me taller, so that's great.
There we go.
There we go. Well, Tai, this season we've been asking our guests if there's anything they want to plug, and that can be something like just themselves, like personally, or it can be like a show you're watching, or an album you're listening to, or a book you read, or like something. You got something you want to share with our listeners and viewers?
I just finished How to Get to Heaven from Belfast on Netflix. It is the same person who wrote and created Derry Girls. Yes, but it's a totally different vibe. It's not, it's funny, but it's also dark. And there's this really cool mystery going on. And I think everyone should be giving Lisa McGee, who's the creator and writer, I think they should be just giving her all the dollars and all the views. Just like Michaela Coel, like she's amazing, but she's not in it, but like I'm just thinking of all these UK amazing creators that just I feel like need more. They need more views. They need more everything, and I'm obsessed with the show. So please, everyone, get How to Get to Heaven from Belfast. Funny, women-centered, but also dark, mysterious. Another side of me that no one really gets to like experience.
We know you have it in you, though. We know you do.
We'll have to have you back, and you'll tell us about your favorite goth album. Love
that. That'd be good.
I did have a phase, Michael. I did have a phase.
That doesn't surprise me, actually.
With the clothes and the makeup
with the
and
hair
the music?
and everything. I straightened my hair. I dyed it black. I was like, I'm from New York, so it's like, I'll just wear what everyone wears, all black. And yeah, I went through a phase.
That's great.
God.
Right, well, we're gonna put that. We'll link to Tai's recommendation here in the bio. Thanks for coming back, everybody, and listening or watching us yet again. I don't know why you keep doing that, but we're having fun. Yeah. This is a real treat to be able to do this for you all, and being able to talk again with Tai has been something we've really been looking forward to. So thanks for tuning in. Give us a follow on social media if you feel like it. Take care of yourselves, too. It's wild out there. And just take care of yourselves and the people around you. And we're better together, is what I want to say. Michael, what else you got before we get out of here?
I think the only thing left to say is bye.
Bye-bye. My half-hearted attempt at a harmony.
That was perfect.